Thank you again for your patience as we get the game going. Weber International taking on the Kaiser Seahawks. And I believe that was either a third or fourth down play that time. Sam Wilson dumping it up close side towards the middle. Weber taking on the Kaiser Seahawks. Sam Wilson in the gun. Hayden Roop in motion as Wilson rolls to the right. No receiver there. Beg your pardon. That's Caleb Burrows with the reception.
Go on D. Go on D.
So Burrows picking up a nice chunk of yards for the Warriors. So a few yards to go. Wilson looking for an intermediate route, finds Burrows over the middle, and she will fall short, just a few yards shy. But that's what you would expect from the senior. And with that, it'll be 1st and goal for the Warriors. Weber International recently coming off of a Sun Conference tournament appearance in which they fell to the regular season and eventual tournament champion Thomas University Nighthawks. That tournament up in Thomasville, Georgia, nearly 3 weeks back. Kaiser, also a part of that tournament, ended up being defeated by the St. Thomas Bobcats in the semifinal match and went on to play the Nighthawks in the championship game to ultimately fall 26-19. Wilson handing it off to Roop. Roop is just short of pay dirt. So 3rd down play for the Warriors. Wilson rolling to her right, finds an open Warrior. It is a touchdown for Weber. And a good opening drive here for the Warriors. Definitely a downpour in our previous contest with Warner and Campbellsville, as Wilson again rolling to her right, and no one is there. So the Warriors pick up the opening score, couldn't convert on the PAT. And it'll be a 6-0 contest, just like in the previous game. Warner ended up winning that one. Alison Mangiotti ended up being all the difference for the Royals, stepped in at quarterback in the second half and was able to keep it on the ground. Didn't really see too many passes. And again, with that downpour rain, everything had to be kept on the ground as the breeze picks up here in field number 2 of the Franklin Gateway Sports Complex. And it's Jasmine Roden who takes the first snap, rolling to her right. Still looking for options, decides to keep it herself, and ends up being about a short gain. Definitely a few adjustments by both sides, but nevertheless familiar faces all around. Emma Wagenman as the dump-off player. Roden finds a receiver. Believe that was Adriana Cavallati on the near side. Or check that's Adriana Rodriguez. Rodriguez at center. Roden to take the snap. And will look towards her far side. Finds an open receiver. And that'll be another pickup for the Seahawks. Roden try to make a quick slip. But it's a good rush there for the Warriors. Warriors hanging on to that 6-0 lead. Roden on the snap. Finds an open receiver near side, just falls short. Open receiver, but just wasn't able to connect. And that'll bring up a punting situation for the Seahawks. Down the middle, this will be fielded. And a quick pull there. And will set up a manageable first down situation for Weber. So we got our near side referee informing us it's 2:46 to go in the opening quarter. Again, Weber up 6-0 over the Seahawks.
Let's go, D!
Snap from Bria Cam. It's Wilson, but a flag been thrown, might be coming back, as it is Kayla Burrows who picks up the reception.
Yeah, motion. Thank you.
An illegal motion there for the Warriors.
Flip it out. Let's get it going.
Let's go! Get it, get
So that'll move the ball back. But I do not believe the first down's been awarded. So Weber can still pick up this first down here on the second down try. Wilson going over the near side, just over the head of Burrows. So it'll be a third down scenario now.
Running back do? What does the running back do?
All right, G, let's go! X1, 5-1! Hey, this line, right? Let's go, G! Let's go!
Third down for the Warriors. This one back to Wilson, rolling to her left. She's going to get the quick throw out to Breasia Robinson.
Let's go!
And now we're getting word it's third down.
Hey, lock in, pull us, let's go!
Thought that might have been a third down situation post penalty.
Watch the ball! Don't jump! Hey, hold on, we need to stay. Hold him to fourth.
Hey,
Come on, defense!
So now third down and short to go. Yellow line to pick up a new set of downs. Caitlin Sigmundi in motion. And speaking of which, it's Sigmundi who gets the first down. The freshman from Ruskin. Went to Leonard High School. Product was a successful player there. Picked up by the Warriors. And that'll be a now first down for Weber.
hey, 7-6. Water, please.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Weber on the move here, trying to get a double-digit score lead over the Kaiser Seahawks. Meanwhile, Kaiser's defense looking to find an answer on this Warrior attack. Start of the second quarter, it's Wilson and company looking to try to extend on that 6-0 lead. Weber trying to come away with a potential upset as Wilson finds Cam over the middle, pitches it back, but her flag, I believe, was pulled before she could get the pitch out. That would have been a Jasmine Henry playing both ways. Motion by Roop. The snap to Wilson, takes it at midfield, dumps it off to Henry. Henry makes a nice move, and the flag being pulled by, I believe it was Sammy Wood. City Woodman. coming out, I believe in a balanced gun again. Briasia Robinson and Sigmundi lined up on the far side as Wilson goes towards the left side, finds Henry, the dump off. That'll be another good stop for the Seahawks, and that'll bring up 4th down. And a decision to be made here for head coach Jeff Molesky. Kaiser swept the Warriors in the regular season. With the playoff setup, never had a chance to play them in the tournament. And on 4th down, the Warriors will go for it. Wilson will take it herself. She'll roll to the right, looking back towards the middle, finds Robinson. And looks like they will pick up the 1st down. Flag pulled made by Adriana Cavallati. So Seahawks in the red zone looking to try to, at the very least, tie it up, if not take the lead. Caleb Burrows and Hayden Root near side. Again, Briasia Robinson and Caitlin Sigmundi lined up on the left. And Weber's balanced gun, there's a snap, it's Wilson. Finds Henry over the middle, picks up about another 5-6 yards. Again, winner of this contest plays the winner of the Ottawa Midland game currently happening at the other field of the Franklin Gateway Sports Complex, as quick timeout called by head coach Jeff Molesky. Be a chance for both teams to regroup. We'll step aside for the moment. 6-0, Weber Warriors lead it. Weber, as it's Wilson with the throw. It's caught to Burrows, and it's a touchdown, Warriors. And it is all hype on the Weber bench. And one thing to note about this Weber Warriors team, you cannot judge this squad based off how they do in the regular season. It comes down to what they do in the postseason to make a good play. And this has been a Weber Warrior team that, despite the regular season finish, they have finished both of the previous 2 years in the Final Four in the national tournament, as Wilson hands it off to Sigmundi, gets the throw instead and not able to connect. So Warriors now picking up 2 scores here, can't convert on the PATs, and it is 12-0 Weber over Kaiser. So Seahawks looking to try to respond quickly as it's Roden in the gun. Rolling to the right, and Roden is sacked. Jasmine Henry gets the flagpole in the backfield. And that'll bring them back to around the 9. Snap. This one over the hands. That one just looked like it was just off the outstretched arms. Marissa Rubino could have potentially had a big play for the Seahawks. Roden over the middle again to Rubino off the hands. And that time there, we may have been Zoe Mello over the middle. So at the 4th down play, Kaiser forced a punt. Very short punt. This one falls short. It's Burrows to field it. Caleb Burrows still alive, and the flagpole will be made. Good field position there for Weber. Sophia Caprio with the flagpole. Wilson, she'll take a little bit of a rolling snap. She'll throw it back over the middle, but a flagpole is made. Sack by Emma Wagenman. And perhaps maybe the defensive spark that Kaiser needs to get themselves back in the contest. 2nd down for the Warriors. By Wilson, and this one believed just off the hands of Hayden Roop. So we'll bring a 3rd down opportunity here for the Warriors. Empty backfield, it's Wilson. Finding options over the middle off the hands of Burrows. Could have been a nice little pickup, but instead leads to a 4th down. And you got to imagine that Weber, based off their scenario, is probably going to look to go for it here. Again, Weber going with that empty gun. But now it looks like Weber will have some second thoughts. Timeout called. Give both teams an opportunity to breathe and regroup. Over on field one, last time we checked, we had a score update. Ottawa leading Midland 19-0. So it seems like for the Braves, they're well on their way to getting another win. The two-time defending national champion Ottawa Braves earned the #1 seed overall for the first time in this tournament, capturing a perfect season for the first time in program history with a 14-0 record. But we'll step aside for the moment. Weber threatening to add another score up, leading 12-0. Kaiser will now take over on downs, and they are in an absolute need for a score. Roden finds an open receiver, and will pick up a short gain. Sophia Caprio picking up a few yards and then some. Lined up in the left slot, Kennedy Foster. Roden. This is back to Caprio again. Pitches it off that far side to Rubino. And Kaiser just a few yards shy from picking up another first down.
Keep pushing the ball. Let's go.
Rubino. And they'll motion, and now it's Roden. Can't connect with the newly picked up receiver, and now this will lead to a 4th down situation. Got to reach midfield to keep the drive going. Roden, quick release, finds a receiver for the first down to keep it alive. Brenna Ramirez on the far outside right receiver. Roden will look to Ramirez again. She picks up a few more yards. 2nd down. Kaiser trying to go with a no huddle. Weber trying to make those quick adjustments. Minute 48 is the official time left in the half. Roden biding some time, ends up dumping it off to Wagonman, but just can't reach. So 3rd down coming up. It's Roden. finds Rodriguez. Another intermediate gain and a 4th down situation again for Kaiser. And the Seahawks using all 4 of their downs to try to move the ball slowly but surely. Roden in the empty gun. That'll be enough for head coach Justin Hilliker to call a timeout. Big 4th down again. Got to make sure it's the right call moving forward. Weber was made a number of stops already, looking to potentially add another stop to their record. But we'll step aside for the moment. Roden will roll to her right, looking for an opportunity, and it's caught for the touchdown. Rubino over the middle was a big reception that they needed with their backs towards the wall late in this first half. And now Kaiser with an opportunity to get an extra point, could make this a 5-point contest. Roden over the middle, looking for her go-to target in Kennedy Foster, and just couldn't connect. 12-6 the contest. Weber will most definitely still be happy to take a lead into the first half, but now an opportunity for the Warriors to maybe add another score late. So 45 seconds to go in the flag football world. Plenty of time to drive down 66 yards and get to pay dirt. Wilson finds Robinson. Brieja unable to get the pitch off. So it looks like ref announced 15 seconds left. Jeff Molesky and company content to take a 12-6 lead into the half. So late in the contest to try to keep things close, the Seahawks from Roden to Rubino pass, keeping things alive. And meanwhile for the Warriors, getting the 2 scores early to lead at 12-0. And we'll take a break here. Halftime, Weber and Kaiser, one team trying to move on in the winner's bracket. Warriors to start off with the ball in the second half. Again, had Kaiser not got that late touchdown, it could have been major trouble. But now for the Seahawks, in order to try to get an opportunity to tie it up, we'll have to stop the Warriors on this drive. Warriors currently leading it 12-6. Trying to set up a date with Ottawa in the next round, as they have just defeated Midland. We'll get you a score in that result in just a moment. But a first down now for the Warriors, picking up a handful of yards to get over the 20. As it's Wilson rolling to her right. She'll keep it herself and will pick up about 3-4 yards or so. Second down, Roop in motion. Wilson looks for options, trying to dump it off. And they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Reagan Pellegrino just broke up that backfield and gave a lot of pressure to Wilson, the sophomore from Tallahassee, Florida. New center for the Warriors for this second half. Wilson now to her left, looking over the middle to Robinson. An incomplete pass. And so the much needed stop that Kaiser needed to get things going, as Alexis Santiago that time covering Robinson. Punt by Cam will be fielded. Will be a first down coming up for the Seahawks, falling shy. Roden making a player miss, and it's caught again to Rubino. But hold on, referees say got a penalty coming up on the Seahawks. This one will be coming back. It's a little bit of a break there for the Warriors. So we mentioned just before the half that in the other game on field one, it was Ottawa and Midland who defeated Cody College first thing in the morning, but Midland ultimately falling to the two-time defending national champions in the Ottawa Braves 33-6. And the game between St. Thomas University and Kansas Wesleyan up next will take place on field one as Roden flips it out to Caprio. Sophia Caprio coming up the middle, picking up a nice short gain.
Come on now! Let's go!
Roden Flips it out again to Caprio. Now back to Wagenman over the middle. She's got the first down and more. Emma Wagenman, the dual threat, gets it done for the Seahawks as they pick up a new set of downs.
Let's go.
12-6 contest. Weber leads, trying to hang on. Seahawks trying to come back and tie and possibly take the lead off a potential PAT. Caprio and Foster near side for Kaiser. Roden rolling to her right. This one over the middle, looking for Rubino, just out of her reach.
White 7. White 7.
Come on, here we go. Here we go. Let's get a first down. Let's go.
Second down for the Seahawks. Roden. And reception just over to the middle. We'll pick up a short gain, courtesy of Brenna Ramirez. Coming up following the conclusion of the Weber-Kaiser game, the Thomas University Nighthawks will take on the Warner Royals and part of that winner's bracket. Roden working out of an empty gun, finds Kennedy Foster. First reception between the longtime duo. And it comes in play as Foster is able to pick up the first down. Kaiser quickly working off a no huddle. And it'll be right on the line. So first and goal from the 20. Roden makes a second move. Will flip it back over the middle to Wagenman. Emma Wagenman still moving and finally flag pulled by Burrows. Second and goal as Kaiser continues to work their way closer to pay dirt. Roden, quick flag pull. But there is a flag on the play. We'll get word just shortly. It'll be a false start on the Seahawks. Not very often have we seen the Kaiser Seahawks work their way back from a deficit, but they are currently about 16 yards away from getting the tying score, trailing 12-6 to the Weber Warriors. Roden, back around the 22, will find Adriana Rodriguez over the middle, and the flag pull made, and that was Sigmundi. Bring up a third and goal situation. We mentioned earlier back in the first half, Weber ended up finishing both of their previous national tournament runs as semi-finalists. And for Kaiser, they were in the inaugural championship game, and the pass from Roden to Sophia Caprio ties it up. 12 all the scoreline as Roden allowed the slant plays to come into their own and finds Caprio with the quick slant. Or beg your pardon, we thought it was a touchdown, but again, from our angle, it's tough to tell, but they're saying they're about 1 yard shy. And so timeout called by the Warriors. And we'll keep it here as we go through what we mentioned earlier. Kaiser in the inaugural championship game against the Ottawa Braves ended up falling 6-0, or check that, 7-6 in that contest. And then just last year, fell to the Braves in the semifinals. Had a contest where they were coming back late. Ottawa had a nice lead, but Kaiser was chipping away, but ultimately fell to the Braves 26-21. Of course, in that first year, Kaiser was able to take down the Seahawks. Got the Sun Conference Championship. And then last year went up against the Thomas University Nighthawks. That was a thrilling conference championship game as the Seahawks had a 6-0 lead before a lightning delay occurred. And then the Nighthawks were able to win that game 7-6. And now this year in the Sun Conference tournament for the Seahawks, they fell to the St. Thomas Bobcats. So now 4th down play. Roden for the tie, and the flagpole made instead. Critical flagpole made. And that is a huge stop for the Warriors, and they've been making stop after stop all game. So the first down the other way, Cam to snap it. Wilson to her left. And completes it to Sigmundi, just shy of the first though. So 2nd and about inches. Wilson over the middle to Robinson, and we'll pick up a few yards. Flag goal made by Liz Amore. Wilson on the rollout to the right. Finds the receiver back the other way, but probably for about 1 or 2 yards. That's Malia Domingo with the short pickup.
Come on. Keep it down here. Keep it down here. Come on, ladies. Come on.
Robinson and Check that. That's Kayla Burrows and Roop on the right side. And speaking of which, Hayden Roop picking up a 2-yard gain with the slant back towards the middle. Reagan Pellegrino on the flagpole. And it's now 3rd down for the Warriors. Need to reach midfield for the first. Wilson, and just off the hands and trying to keep it within her reach was Robinson. And that is a big no catch there for Weber as we had the 4th down and a timeout is called. We'll step aside for the moment, but an opportunity again for the Seahawks to try to come up with that equalizing score as they trail 12-6 to the Warriors. Pump by Cam will be fielded by Cavalotti, who was able to get a few yards out of it. And looking quickly from the angle, not sure if she crossed the line for the 1st down or if they kept it short. No, she did cross it, so it'll be 1st down at about 15 for the Seahawks. Still 3rd quarter. First down, Roden fires one over the middle, intended for Foster, just out of her reach. Roden, just out of the reach of Caprio. Another overthrown pass now reaches us a 3rd down. And it's Haley Young under center. And that pass is incomplete. And so, looked like somebody's flag was on the ground momentarily. So just to catch everybody up to speed, Rusher came in with contact, lowered the shoulder, as the near side official was just mentioning. It was a 10-yard penalty, and also believe it was an automatic 1st down. So you got 1st down and about 6 to get even more of a 1st down. A huge call at that. But Haley Young, we haven't seen much of her this season, but sort of the back up to Roden as Young goes towards the left side. Finds a first down and more with Caprio. And they're back in Weber territory. And so Haley Young was able to get a couple of good plays, and now it's back to Roden under center, and she'll dump it off. It's Young again, now back to Roden. We'll look to open the field, and it's Adriana Rodriguez. And that's the Kaiser Seahawks team that we've known to see for the longest time. So now we're starting to see the Roden Young combo. Kaiser on the move, trying to tie this game up. Weber leading 12-6 as Roden's gonna go for it all deep. Has got the score. It's tied. A deep chance, but nevertheless they find Brenna Ramirez one-on-one matchup. And it looked like an unsportsmanlike penalty near the end that was charged to Weber. We'll get some official wording here in just a moment. It looks like the touchdown will stand nevertheless. And now an opportunity for the Seahawks to take their first lead late in this contest. So Emma Wagenman will check back into the contest. In for Rubino. For the go-ahead point, it's Roden rolling to her right again and finds Young for the conversion. So what began as a 12-0 lead for the Weber International Warriors, Kaiser has now responded with 13 unanswered points and has taken this game back. The Seahawks got the season-ending touchdown. And now not sure if this is a different penalty or addressing the penalty that was issued between the conversion and the touchdown, but excessive celebration called by get words eventually. Either way, it results in a half the distance to the goal for the Warriors, as that play there by Roop wasn't able to get the catch, but I think the swat down got the back of her neck. Second down and deep from their own end zone. It's Wilson. Finds the quick throw out to Sigmundi and quick pitch back to Henry. And they make up quite a bit of yards. There's a little bit of that scuffle. It was Cavallati who quickly comes off the field. Eight minutes to lead in the fourth quarter. As Weber now finds themselves trailing for the first time today. The rollout to Wilson to the right. Sam Wilson going deep, off the hands of Roop. Oh, it was just in her fingertips and she had the defender beat. And now it'll be a fourth down call coming up. Liz Amore kept her pace with Hayden Roop. And Roop, again, just off her fingertips. Had she had hauled that in, could have been the big play the Warriors needed. But now Kaiser will look to get the ball back on this punt. Bree Cam with the punt. Hooch punt falls short, will be fielded by Wagenman, and she will take a knee inches away from midfield. Great setup there for the Seahawks. So now 6:55, the official time remaining. Kaiser leads it 13-12 over the Weber International Warriors.
I feel like these people need a
So first and about a yard. It's Roden to the right. She'll roll out looking for her receiver, just overthrown.
Hey, that was pretty. That was so pretty. Thank you.
The one-on-one matchup between Brenna Ramirez and Zoe Mello. That'll be 2nd and 1. Nothing to worry about for Kaiser. Roden finds an open Wagenman, 1st down and more. And the flagpole made by Burrows. But approximately 6 minutes remaining in the regulation. Kaiser trying to come from behind and take it away from the Warriors. Roden at midfield finds Foster. No, she did not hang on to that pass. It was over the middle. Kennedy trying to make the reception between two defenders. It bounced off her hands initially. She was trying to get it before it touched the ground, and that time just wasn't able to haul it in. Roden to her left. It'll be caught to Caprio. Flagpole made by, looked like Emma Balaco on the far side. So 4:30 and rolling now is the game clock kept by our officials. Again, at the Franklin Gateway Sports Complex, no scoreboard in sight, so everything is done by hand, done manually, and you have to call out for updates. Kaiser just yards away from picking up another first. Roden cuts back, finds Rubino. It'll be just inches shy. It'll be a 4th down coming up. Kaiser and Weber will take on, the winner of the Kaiser-Weber game will take on Ottawa in the next round. And coming up at the conclusion of this game will be the Thomas University Nighthawks and the Campbellsville Tigers. After the Tigers came away, or beg your pardon, the Thomas University Nighthawks and the Warner Royals after coming away with a 6-0 win. As this reception is made by Ramirez, she gets the 1st down and more. clock continuing to wind down now. Kaiser trying to milk as much clock as they can. Recently announcing 3 minutes and rolling. It's Foster on the left slot. Roden finds Haley Young. Left side, throws it back to Roden. Rolling to the right. Roden just might take it herself. And Roden is shy. From our angle, looked like she was just a yard shy. Tried to take it in for 6. So it looks like we've reached the 2-minute warning now. And for Kaiser, an opportunity here to add some more points. But in this situation, only being up by 1, they're going to try to see if they can potentially milk as much clock as they can before capitalizing on the score. Because even if you score here and you miss the PAT, that's a 7-point difference. Roden throws and finds Young for the touchdown. So Kaiser will go ahead and make sure that they get the score in time. And now an opportunity with the PAT to make it either a set. It will look to try to make it a 7-point game. The Seahawks will go for the 1-point try. So right now a 7-point difference, 19-12. Kaiser trying to make it an 8-point difference. Haley Young off the hands of Emma Wagenman. So Weber very much alive here. But we'll look to try to tie it up on the ensuing possession. Kaiser now with 19 unanswered. Domingo serving as an extra block as it's Wilson. Reception made. Minute 49 and rolling. Robinson with the reception. Wilson now rolling back to her right. Will throw over the middle. Looking for Burrows, and it's incomplete. Lockdown coverage by Liz Amore. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So Wilson will look now towards her left, looking for options. And this one is picked off. That could be all she wrote here in this contest. And just when they needed it the most, it's the freshman from St. Cloud, Florida, Alexis Santiago, making the interception. And now Kaiser will look to try to close the deal out here. Few yards to go to reach the 20 for a new set of downs. Wilson was running out of options, tried to hit Sigmundi over the middle, but Alexis Santiago, Johnny on the spot, was there for the pick. And now the Seahawks, depending how they do on this drive, will try to set up a national semifinal rematch as Haley Young gets the reception out to Rodriguez. That will be first down and more. And now timeouts called by Weber. Of course, in any of these scenarios, especially when you think about postseason flag, even with a 7-point lead, it is not over as yet. With the Campbellsville and Warner game earlier today, it looked like Warner may have potentially had an opportunity to seal things off on a one-drive possession, but Mangiotti, similar play that we saw here in front of us with Sam Wilson to Sigmundi, but intercepted by Alexis Smith. You had a slot middle reception, or that would have been a reception, but someone was right in the middle and ended up crashing in front to make the pick. And that kept the game going for about 2 more possessions. But then the Royals ultimately came away with a 6-0 win over the Tigers of Campbellsville. So again, the Royals move on to take on the Thomas University Nighthawks, set to begin at the conclusion of this contest. Deep in the backfield, Kaiser going for that deep snap with Haley Young. We'll find Wagenman again. A couple more yards pick up. So for the Kaiser Seahawks, now an opportunity to put the nails in the coffin potentially with this score. So Young will take a knee. Another timeout by Weber. I believe this is their final timeout. Head coach Jeff Molesky indicating that this was indeed the final timeout. So I think with that being the final timeout, they know what was going to happen next anyway, so they'll go ahead and call it there. Kaiser trailed by as many as 12. Heading into the waning moments of the first half, but that Seahawk power came to fruition, and they came back and scored 19 unanswered points to come away with a come-from-behind 19-12 win over the Weber International Warriors. And it is the Navy and Powder Blue that will move on to face the Ottawa Braves in the next round. Again, a rematch of the national semifinals from last season, and a chance for the Seahawks to find redemption against the 2-time defending national champions. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to this broadcast. And again, coming up, we got the Thomas University Nighthawks taking on the Warner Royals in another Sun Conference thriller. But it is all happy and smiles for the Seahawks, who had to fight their way back. And again, we will be back for the Thomas and Warner contest as the Seahawks defeat the Warriors 19-12. So welcome back here, folks, as we are getting ready to start our next game between the Warner University Royals and the Thomas University Nighthawks. And right, Johnny, on the spot, it's Britt Delva who picks it back for 6. Deja vu for the Thomas University Nighthawks. They started last year on the first play of scrimmage with a pick 6, and now here, Delva does the same thing. So just before you know it, we're already at a PAT for Thomas as it's Kiana Acole under center with Janae Scott. And she'll dump it off to the junior, and Scott's got the extra point. What else do you expect from a Nighthawk team that has continued to steamroll its way and chugging along fine, trying to build off of their national runners-up season from last season? And that was one key thing for Thomas. Their eyes on the prize is to try to come away with an NAIA National Flag Football Championship. And they start off in similar fashion with a pick 6. Throwing again, and this one is caught back towards the middle. Flag pull made by Aaliyah Wood. So that'll move the sticks for the Royals. First down and about 15 to go. Pass over the middle. Another nice pickup as the flagpole made by Nakara Brown. Royals coming off of a thrilling 6-0 win over first-timer Campbellsville Tigers as a throw off the hands of the Warner Royals, and that was number 11, Gianna Hoang. The center from Staten Island just wasn't able to haul it in. So third down. Throw towards the right side. This time off the hands of Madeline Portwood. So bring up a fourth down play. Looks like they're going to be punting it. Trinity Kieran will punt it off. Janae Scott, Sanaya Glover back to receive the punt. And this one off the hands of Scott. Not very often do we see Janae Scott drop them punt returns, but at the same time, it has been a day filled with a lot of weather. The Warner Royals did exactly that, coming off of that Campbellsville game in which that was a downpour monsoon we had to experience. But nevertheless, they found a way to survive the Tigers and survive Mother Nature and come away with the win. Now looking to try to potentially come up with their own upset against the Nighthawks. And it's Alexa Wilson, the freshman under center, as she finds a receiver, Britt Delva, on the far side. Dova, who will graduate with a master's degree at the conclusion of this year, being recognized as TU's first ever flag football senior. Wilson rolling to her right and just couldn't connect with Kiera Knight. And for Kiera Knight, who played a little bit in the tournament last year but was unable to play in the national championship, was harboring a lower body injury.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know. That's all.
Wilson over the middle to a Cole. Kiana will pick up some yards before her flag is pulled. It'll be a third down situation for the Nighthawks.
Go, go, go.
Wilson finds a Cole over the middle again. And so Kiana will pick up the first down. It'll be about 1st and 19.
Tampa, we good? We good?
Warner Royals trying to keep things close, trying to contain a Nighthawk offense that has been firing on all cylinders, as it's Margarita Pena with the first reception.
Good job, Lexi. On fire, bro.
That's too much. Too much gap.
Let's go, D.
Six.
Wilson finds Aaliyah Wood near side and will pick up a handful of yards. The freshman from Las Vegas making her first offensive reception of the tournament. Wilson over the middle to a Cole again. And the flag will be pulled just shy of the first. Fourth down situation here. Obviously, the Nighthawks will be going for it. But with head coach Chelsea Palmer for the Nighthawks, has had quite the storyline career when it comes to NAIA flag football. Came from Godby High School just down US 319 in the Florida realm. And so we'll get a false start there on the Nighthawks. But finishing up the story, Chelsea Palmer was a storied individual, came from Tallahassee, Florida, did work with both Leon, was a star double or a dual athlete in high school with Leon, played flag football, played soccer as well, coached a little bit for Leon, led their program to success before moving across the town to coach at Amos P. Godby. Was there for about 6 years, led Godby to 2 national semifinalist appearances, was named Coach of the Year for Godby twice, and now, as of last year, was trying to replicate similar success. This play up in the air, and this one knocked down. What a defensive play for the Warner Royals. They gambled on 4th down, and the Royals come up with a huge turnover. Chanel Harrison from Alonzo, who stopped what could have been an easy 6 for the Nighthawks.
Let's go, Leah!
And now it's Warner who's trying to get the momentum back in their direction. And right on cue, whenever somebody threatens the Nighthawks, it's Jada Reese who comes in with a flag pull. So the Royals will pick up the 1st down. The snap, and they'll pitch it off just in the nick of time. And that was Allison Mangiotti, who was under center for basically the second half of their earlier game against Campbellsville. And Mangiotti has really stepped up as of late. Now lining up in the slot. Now looks like that's Trinity Kieran under center, as she will take the punt for 4th down. Mid-sized punt fielded by Kiera Knight with a spin move. And Knight will fall about 6 yards shy of the 1st. So after being stopped stone cold, preventing them from getting to the red zone, we'll see what the Nighthawks can do on this possession as Wilson rolls to her right, looking for an open pass, and it's off the hands of Kiera Knight. Nighthawks seem to be in an early funk here. It sounds like we've already reached about 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Wilson rolling to her right. Now far side, and is picked off. Warner coming back the other way. It's back to midfield, making a juke move, and the Royals are all fired up. A huge defensive boost that the Royals needed. And Chanel Harrison has just been having that kind of day early on in this contest. Made the big knockdown on 4th down that stopped the Nighthawks short cold. And once again, Harrison ends the Nighthawks possession with that interception. So now Warner in Nighthawk half of the territory. Rodriguez will find a receiver, and a flag pull quickly by Brown. snap. The roll out to the right. Reese showing chase and pressure. This one knocked away. I want to say it looked like Giselle Jones that stepped in front and knocked away the reception would be. Now, of course, despite all the success for Warner, Thomas still does hold that 7-0 lead, courtesy of a first play Britt Delva pit 6. And a timeout's been called. Or it could be the end of the quarter. It looks like that's exactly what it's going to be. So first quarter in the books, Thomas leads at 7-0, but Warner in position to try to come up with the tying score. Start of the second quarter, and it's a caught for reception. Jada Reese with a little bit of a knockdown. Doesn't seem like there will be a call for that, so Thomas dodging a bullet there. Referee's indicating that this is 4th down. Royals trying to reach the first. Jada Reese with the rush. This one's going to be thrown deep, and this one is incomplete. Thomas almost thought they had an interception. Now play will halt temporarily. It'll be first down the other way. But based off the positioning, it'll be Thomas's ball. They'll have about 15 to go to reach midfield. So Thomas will line up. Offset gun. Wilson finds an open Kiera Knight on the near side. And the flagpole will be made. The sophomore from Apopka, Florida, picking up a couple. Before the flagpole was ultimately made by Destiny Burrows. Wilson rolling back to her left. Alexa will take off with the ball. She'll get her flag pulled.
You got to get around that block, right? She wasn't even moving. You got to kind of, once she starts.
And it looked like that was Jasmine Chima who made the flagpole. 3rd down. 3rd and short. Wilson back to Akol. Kiana's got the first down, and we'll pick up a little. 2-minute warning as it's the reception to Delva, and we'll pick up the first down. And again, we appreciate everybody's patience through the technical difficulties that you may or may not have witnessed. But Thomas leading it 14-0 over the Warner Royals. Warner has made some big stops defensively as Wilson rolls to her right. And this one is caught to Kiara Knight. And it looks like initially we want to say it was a reception. We'll see if the officials confirm, and yes, it is a catch. Nighthawks continuing to try to add on to their lead. The Warner Royals defense trying to continue to stay stout. Second and about 3-4 yards to go. As this is Wilson. Finds an open Kiana Akol, running back towards the middle. Flag pull is made by Cynthia Holmes. It'll be a third and a few inches. Or at least we thought it was a third and a few inches, but Akol did cross the line per referees. So it will be now a 1st and goal. Reception is made. Giselle Jones will finally get her flag pulled. Be about 2nd down play coming up. Wilson rolling to her right. Back over to what was Kiara Knight, and that could have been a dangerous blunder for Thomas. So timeout now called by the Nighthawks.